need to have Vacuum Verge up right now. Okay. Gotta get my music going so that everyone can, you know, listen and watch and enjoy without my deafening them. That'd be lovely.
What?
I don't need to deafen my people.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Your
Music. The whole music thing. Here we go. Okay, so what I'm going to be working on today, instead of my usual stuff, you don't need to draw a dark room right now, I'm going to do something different with you guys. I have a little bonus section of comics that I'm going to be working on right now. The main arc has gone to a certain number of comics. Well, the main arc right now on this particular quote-unquote issue is 52 comics long. I'm a bit ahead of you guys. Sorry. I like to end my comics on specific, or my comic arcs on specific numbers, and because I'm doing issues and arcs at the same time, just for the weird way I decided to lay everything out during this whole run, I'm having to do, brain fright, little bonus arcs from time to time to get everything to line up properly. I could probably aim everything to end on specific numbers just by default, but sometimes it's nice to do little bonus arcs. So that's what we're going to do here. We are going to work on a small 8-issue bonus arc, which will just go into the background of Katrina and her Shadow Clone, and how that all came to be. So, and that's not really much of a spoiler. That's going to happen within the first issue or first strip. So we need to create a few different things for this so that I can get everything rolling. So I'm going to need to make a new comic template first, just to cover the few issues that we're gonna, or a few pages in this that we're gonna have, and then from there we're going to work on the artwork I need for it and laying out some comics. So yeah, here we go. Cool. And Illustrator immediately decides, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna think for a few seconds. Thanks, Illustrator. You're so great. Okay, so I want to change this up, make this a little different. Just to differentiate it from the main body. So instead of a white background, we're going to make it black. Right. Hold on. Dumb. Full of the dumb. Here we go. It may look like a background for the comic, but it's not. It's border and framing and so forth. That's right. Here we go. Here we're going to get rid of this stuff. I don't need the logo at the bottom. Instead, we're going to put a... Good. Cool, if that helps. I'm gonna call it Story of the Clone, because that just works for me. And it's weird to do a backstory within the comic instead of as a separate bonus arc. But this is a short one, and it's a lot like when we did the backstory for Golem, just within the main archive. It just seems to make more sense here to do it like this. Oh, what the heck is your pattern? Oh, Illustrator, you so dysfunctional. How about like that? Is that better? That's good. Look at you. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, center it, please. Dude, give me center. Illustrator! Grr! What is your major malfunction? Smart cards on it? Smart cards on? There. Better. Better. Thank you. Way to pay attention, Mister. Appreciate it so much. Okay. Now we got our basic template. That'll work pretty well. This is going to start on 8 issues per. We save it as a comic. We go in. Okay. One. We don't need you. Perfect. Alright, we got a layout. Okay. So we save that. And then the 2 panel can also become the 3 panel and the 1 panel. And then all my template work is done. This is honestly the easy part. Shit. Damn it. Not what I meant to do. Gen 2A. Shit. Oh well, we'll fix everything in a second.
Just fix it in post.
Shh. There is no fix and post, Becky. Stop that.
There's always fix and post.
There's not a fix and post, Becky.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Let's save this as I gotta restore the stupid thing I just accidentally got rid of. Remember that? That's not bad. Yes, okay, that fixes the thing that now we can. There we go. Let's save this as Gen 2A, page, 2 panel. Save. Okay. Open up my 3 panel. I don't know if I'm going to need all these different comic layouts. Just better safe than sorry with this. View. Copy. Frame. Oh, whoa. Like that. What are you showing me? I don't know. That's fine. Yeah, whatever. Paste. Tag you up. And voila, quick conversion for our templates is done. We're good for that. Now, excuse me. What we need is to then come up with a background. I gotta make a new background for Katrina for her. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why am I so dumb? Save. There we go. 3 panel. There. Now I can stop screwing up. Okay. So I need a background for her series so that this is going to be taking place inside Katrina's workshop. So we make a new. Make a new document. Katrina's workshop. Okay. We'll save this mother somewhere over. Vectors, backgrounds. Chance workshop just drop right in there for now. Okay, so we gotta use something similar to what we had for our old workshop back in the Sprite comics, although it's gonna be in a new location, because presumably since Darkmoon doesn't know that she's alive, it means she left the town after a certain amount of time. That or he's just a completely ignorant dumbo and, didn't pay attention, but we'll give him a slightly more credit than that. Now, although I designed this ship, the original Siren ship, the new big floaty airship that Darkmoon uses, I designed it from like a 3/4 perspective. I've really been liking the background for the various Terran League of Planets, or Terran Intergalactic Government. TIG, that's what it is. Terran Intergalactic Government, the name please. I've been liking the backgrounds I did for that, which are definitely at a more, like, 2D perspective, the action platform style perspective. So we are going to make her workshop in that style, because it just works well, and go from there. So first thing we'll do is block out. Let's say the background's going to be the size of one of these panels. do it. Let's do that. And X. And voila. There is the Let's just fit the artboard to that. Just do the main background. You guys are getting a view into my weird and stupid process. Look at it. Isn't it magic? Okay. So the workshop needs to be a light color. Katrina needs to pop against it. And probably, depending on where she's building, we'll just some woods, make the light brown. And then just make the background look cool. So, it's gotta have a ceiling, it's gotta have a floor. So, ceiling. And now it's blocked out. Now, of course, it's going to be more of that in just a second. We'll get to that. We just need to shade it and all that jazz. But I need to just block it out so I have it set up. I'm not even certain if I have my text chat working. It's not loading anything right now, so I don't know. Yeah, YouTube screwed around with their commenting and so forth. I don't know what is going on now. Comment? What? You need an account, or? Okay, so apparently YouTube requires you to have you logged in or some stupid whatever. Alright. Yeah. I don't see anything going on in the text chat. Did it do something? I don't see anything. There it goes. Finally, it took a few seconds. Okay. You commenting away now? You distracting me from my drawing? Oh, yes. My wife is distracting me from my drawing. Okay. Anyway, here's our background. Now, let's get back to work. So, if this is an interior location, presumably it needs to have some decoration and support. Katrina's gonna wanna live someplace that looks like you guys. So, I mean, that's just oh, she doesn't have to. We're gonna assume Katrina wants to live someplace nice. We'll make that assumption for her. There you go. The fun of doing these kinds of things is just coming in here and color blocking everything up. Color blocking works really well in Illustrator, honestly. It looks reasonably decent when you do it. So. And since we're doing everything from a Street Fighter style perspective, Street Fighter or depending on the game you play, Castlevania or something like that, you're going to have, you know, your point of perspective is going to be in the middle of the screen, middle dot, and then everything's going to view outwards from there. So, like, the angles are going to all rotate out from that 1 point perspective. 1 point perspective, look at that. So we drive that out to there. You got to set the points down to line up. Voila, we have a column. Now, we could get super detailed with this, and I could like go do a lot of filigree and so forth on the wainscoting and blah, blah, blah. Probably won't go too super detailed like that on this, just because we're doing a simple, quick bonus backstory for Katrina and the clone. But it's there if I was really in the mood to spend hours on this background. And for some backgrounds, like the... like that. But, fine. Into my chat? Yeah, if you want. If they want to join, I can Skype call them. So, just a nice little... I mean, a building needs supports and so forth to hold up the ceiling and blah blah, so... That's So I put that on there. We need to... Let's go with, Katrina likes purple. Let's put a little purple filigree, purple details in here. Purple is her color. Oh, that's that other shit. That's what I'm gonna hold on to shit. We're gonna block everything out first, get everything laid out, and then we'll go in and do shading after I get everything set up. If you notice, the cornering on these starts to pop out, and that's annoying. So we're gonna fix that. Do that by hiding those stroke corners. And now it looks better here, and there's no like corner popping out, which I maybe don't just notice it, but I find it interesting. It's one of those details that mostly gets like covered up when I shrink the comic down during the save process, but I still don't want to show them off it. Anything I can do to make it smoother and look nicer, I try to do. Okay, so yeah, a nice basic background. But this is Katrina. She's living here. She's doing work and so forth, so she's going to need some furniture. Furniture sounds like a good plan. Let's increase the artboard a little. Artboard. Using the wrong tool. I'm using the wrong tool. There we go. Give her a longer floor, which I didn't do in the series base, but we'll do it here. Gives me more room to have her stand on stuff. This is helpful, honestly. Okay. So she's gonna need like a bookshelf. Now, if I was going to do this super nice, I would try and like do a totally detailed one-point perspective that lined everything up and really, really looked right, but I'm not. Faking it. Usually you can get away with faking it. That's what we're gonna do. Should be a nice dark wood. Seems like Katrina needs a nice dark wood on this. What's up? A little darker? Maybe add a little cherry into it? Yeah. I like that.
I keep forgetting. Ooh, yeah, my streams, you know.
Your stream is actually a few seconds behind where we're actually at.
Yeah.
There we go.
Probably about 30 seconds or less.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then we need to block out some shelving in this. That's the one nice thing I miss about sprite maps, and actually having to do this by hand instead, is most of this shit was already created by other people. I could have just stolen it. I actually have to do this shit for real now. Artist problems. Being an artist is sucky. Nah. So like that. Okay. Requisite pitching over with. We're done. Yeah. Like that. Now, you might be wondering, why is it that I haven't, like, drawn in shelves and all that? Am I going to do so? And the answer is, by and large, no. No, I am not. Instead, we're just going to be cheap and we're going to block in some books. Makes life easier. So, book cover, look at that. Because, let's face it, the important bit is to get some stuff put in here. I'm not even going to write book cover names on these tomes. I'm just going to block in some books. For instance, she probably owns a series from a certain author. So when they were printed, they all came out with the same, you know, color edition. Well, I'm sure they would, but the size that it would take to put a book title on here, it'd be too small and wouldn't work really well. It won't look right. So we'll just block out a few, and then we'll put in. And most old-timey books were greens and other things, so we'll block out a few more of those like that. We're just being cheap right now. Cheap is best. There we go. Okay. So probably need some more brownish tones, which need to be a light brown to stand out against the brown of the bookshelf. The likelihood is I'm not even going to bother shading these books. The important bit is to get them blocked in, do a little light shading on the bookshelf itself, and then just move on from there. Looking like a bookshelf?
Yeah!
See? Easy. Now, if I do any shading, I'll probably just do a light, like, overlaid, transparent black or white or something, just to give the whole thing like a total shadow to it. Now, she's Katrina, that means some of her books are going to be purple, because it's Katrina. Certainly anything she's written is going to have a purplish cast with book cover, because that's how she is. Always got to work in some purple when we're talking about Katrina.
Oh, Gecko.
There we go. You go right where I wanted you to go. Right there. Thank you. Okay, and let's make another thinner folio of hers in a slightly different purple. Maybe a bluish, like a violet this time. And I'm just screwing around right now trying to come up with colors. More of a blue, but it'll work. It does its job. Fill in the gap here. Put another one there. Do another one right there. That'll work. Okay, I'm sorry to all the Donkey Kong Country fans out there, but I need to. It's too slow. Gotta skip that. Okay, and then we'll just take another brown of a certain color, and we will fill in gaps on this shelf with it. So this one final color. In the text chat?
Yeah.
Does he want a Skype or does he just want to, like, text chat? Oh, yeah? Lame. Well, we're only going a couple hours. But then he is also, like, 6 hours ahead. Still, we'll call him out. Lame. Now, on this bottom shelf, I do need to do a actual shelf. So we will, again, just fake the 2-point perspective. Or the 1-point perspective, I should say. And the reason I'm gonna need that is because of how the bottom shelf is gonna be laid out and organized.
You should check out that checks chat.
Why?
I don't know. It's right there.
I'm not talking to anyone, Lurk. I am just literally audio commentating for the sake of audio commentating. That is it. I need to bring this shelf down. Oh, I still do that. I've already been hissing at my own artwork, Lurk. I'm never gonna, like, no artist is gonna be able to avoid that. One thing I am noticing about these books that's irritating me is the various stroke colors and how they're overlaying weirdly.
What? Sorry.
My wife is being a troll. Yeah, that's better. Cool. Draw on a couple folios. Larger books on magic. And I apologize to anyone in the text chat. I have to remind everyone that I don't have a separate monitor for my text window and my streaming. It's all on one laptop screen, so if you comment, I'll eventually see it, but it will probably take me some time. So sorry.
That's my job.
That's your job, is to monitor the text chat and make sure, you know, I'm talking to people when I need to.
Which I do a poor job of.
You do. Good job, Becky. Faked perspective. There we go. Assume the books are slightly weathered, so we're getting a little cream on the book page colors. That's better. Yeah. Not that you can see most of the book pages here, because, yeah. Okay, fix that some, but we'll do this right now. Okay. Nope. Nothing to look at. Well, there's only one voice to pick out, but I can certainly crank it down a little further.
My voice don't matter.
Your voice doesn't matter, it's true.
No, it doesn't.
There, I could... That's probably the best I can do, because any lower than that, I can't hear my own music. Which is sad, and I need to be able to listen to my own music. Dang it. Stupid thing. Oh no, Becky, I've got the hungers.
It picked up my voice when I yelled.
The only time it'll pick up your voice.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll just shove some folios in here, and then... I want to draw a skull. I don't want to draw a skull. I don't have to draw a skull. And, oh, I have a skull I can go steal. Let's go steal one from my RPG book. Yay! Give me this book. Back up. 1.0 artwork. Layout artwork. Where's my skeleton? Remember where I have those shoved. There he is. What's Lurk going on about? Though I should really rotate that because it looks a little odd. Oh, here. Make it look less odd if I do it like this. And then the big pages I didn't decide to put on with. Working on it. And put this ball right there on the shelf. There we go. Something like there. From my fake 1-point perspective, which will coming out. Stupid thing. Drag it forward. And shade down. Voila. Books. She's got a bookshelf. Yay. What's up?
Oh, my internet's just being
Slow.
crappy.
Yay. Oh, I can minimize you again, so you're out of my way. Okay. What else does she need on here? Shit. Earth. Let's go look at what her old workshop had, so I can at least have some sense of continuity. Go into the old CVRPG folder. That took a little bit to it. Okay, Katrina's house. Nope, wrong thing. Katrina's workshop. She had 2 bookshelves and some really weird knickknacks. Lots of weird knickknacks. Damn. She had a lot of knickknacks. She had wall sconces, but that doesn't seem so safe when we're talking about a wood background instead of stone. Oh, bless it. I suppose I can do some notes pinned up. That'll work. I don't know. Suppose I can quickly. Recording devices. Microphone.
Looks like it's to the max.
Don't know.
Oh, there you go.
I could add some microphone boost. I just want to deafen everyone. No. Can I? Apparently I can do... It won't let me adjust. It's either all or nothing.
what about the top one?
Microphone array. I can add some volume to it. Hopefully that doesn't kill everyone.
I have to catch up.
Alright.
I'm like super far behind.
Yeah, you let me know when we know.
Right.
Otherwise I have to go in and do more work.
Hey,
What?
I just knew. Oh, look, since we could probably turn the music up a little now. Yay!
That'd be nice.
I still have yet to catch up, because my internet sucks. Even though it's the same internet Mike has.
It's all because I'm using up all the internet right now.
Oh, right.
There we go, we're back to volume 5, that'll work. That's loud enough for me.
Here, I'll just refresh.
Here you go. Got a piece in there. There you go.
Oh, wow.
What?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay.
You can hear everything. Oh, God. Now I have to be careful. Like, crap.
Because people can hear you now?
Because people can hear me now. They can probably hear me fart. It's not great.
Oh my god, people can probably hear me fart. Now I want to try.
No.
Hey, look, that's a nice note. That has some stupid text on it that people can't read. And hopefully you guys can see that. Ah, it's bright work. Lovely.
Oh.
What?
You get to read it. That's okay.
Do you want me to read it out loud?
No.
Okay. Oh. Let me add in... Let me go back to Katrina now. I see sides. Wow, I'm all loud and shit now. I can hear you through your microphone. Jesus.
That's how Mike actually talks.
Okay, this song's quiet. Go away. What the?
Yeah,
Fuck.
I don't hear you.
Oh. Your music scrolled down or something. I don't know. There it goes. So we'll anticipate that Katrina is going to be in her new outfit now. That's so I don't have to draw an old school Katrina. Because fuck that. Really?
Huh?
Okay. The problem with not having drawn much furniture before this for my comic and so forth is I don't really have all that much to steal right now.
Oh, she doesn't need furniture.
She needs... This is really plain looking, Becky. This is really plain looking. And it needs a little more.
Put in a bed. Or a large couch.
Don't help, Becky. Don't
Beanbag chair.
Don't help, Becky. Don't help. What?
A cardboard box!
Because she's a cat?
Yes!
No.
No.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, crap. Crap, I need something right here.
Artist Rose!
I don't know what to put there.
A rug.
On the wall?
Oh, what about that book thing?
That's gonna be over at the side. I need something in the middle.
Oh.
Fine.
Cat tower. That's all I'm saying.
You have terrible ideas sometimes.
Yes, a cat hotel, as Lurk says.
Giving you both a death glare now, okay? Both of you.
Worth it.
This will work. This will work. I have an idea now.
Lurk didn't say it was a good idea, but it was an idea.
Both of you. Both of you, I swears.
What?
Swears.
It's too good not to, like, put out there.
I don't believe it was. I'm sorry.
Lurk also said he'd suggest a window, but then you'd have to drop scenery.
Yeah, that's not happening. It's her.
Trees.
It's her basement workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, a window was my first thought too, and I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling that. What? What?
Oh, Lurk.
What are you trolls suggesting now?
No, he's just like, he's just antsy because he can't draw a cat tower.
Your cat's showing me your butt, Becky.
That is how she spreads her love.
I don't want her to spread her love around me then. Ew.
Yeah, and your cat's running all over the place.
Hither any on?
Hither and thither.
Shut it, kitten! So I don't have to yell at my people too much.
Yeah, that
Cat's running around murring. She's just a murring machine.
would bust some
Yeah, and she don't murr for nobody but you. There. Oh, no, don't go in there.
What? What is that?
So, cooking top.
Oh! A kiln?
Well,
For
just an
cooking
area in
top.
case she needs some warm shit
Oh.
while she's working on it.
Or lay on it.
Well, if it's warm.
Too warm.
Might be a little too warm, Becky. But one has to assume she has to, like, warm stuff once in a while during her experiments. Lurk needs to start editing my comic for typos again. Gabby hasn't shown up in forever. I don't know if I'm ever going to get at her to do that again, so some other bitch needs to do it.
Looks like that you asked so nicely.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Oh. Oh, also, You would have also suggested an umbrella stand with a couple of staves in it. But
That's not as
too far
bad.
along now.
That's not as bad. That's at least a slightly better suggestion than what you fuckers were coming up with. Thanks, people. Alright. I need to stop being annoying now. There we go.
And Lord goes on to say, hey, the original suggestion wasn't something we thought you'd put in. Just what came to mind to make life more difficult for you.
Thanks. You guys are such true friends.
That's one hell of a Bunsen burner, he says.
Yes.
Industrial.
Yes. Indeed. Like that. That. Oh, well. Are you playing with your Neko Cat game again?
Yes.
Again?
I need to get a picture of the Pharaoh.
Need, huh? What?
There's a different Pharaoh now! There was a black cat, but now there's a brown one too! I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
So my wife is obsessed with that dumb cell phone Neko Cat game that everyone is apparently obsessed with. Is he Ramses the Great? Who's the other one?
I thought it was Ramses too. Now I have to go to the cat album.
Maybe he was Ramses too. You never know.
That's true.
Okay, and then I was looking at... Oh, that's right. This is what I was going to do. It's going to add on a chimney area. Because that just... I mean, if you're going to do cooking like this, you're going to need a chimney area. I mean, that's just wise.
Look at saying that Katrina does not strike him as the chef of the team. Having said that, he's of the firm opinion that the team should starve to death. Goofy face.
She's not. We had that one... There's a cast comic, if you go to her page, where she is brewing a, potion or something, and it's implied that it's actually dinner. And it's horrifying. Dark Moon is horrified about it. She's not the chef of the team. That's for sure. So that's probably right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then just to make this look... Oh, in here. Thank you. Like that. And we'll shake it down. Pop behind, and voila. Is that good enough? It's almost good enough. Not quite good. Up. In. And then back behind a little further. Like so. What goofy thing are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
Not
what?
you.
What?
Not you, Becky.
Not me?
Talking about Illustrator.
Oh.
And the goofy things it was trying to do.
Oh, I see how it
Yeah, no, I don't care about you.
is.
That's love there.
Yep. Oh, he's clarifying not should, as in, need to on the starve to death topic. But
Sure.
then there's nobody on the team apparently capable of feeding themselves.
Darkman can feed himself. He just needs a barmaid.
Or two.
Or two. He's not being greedy. That's just basic science there.
Ooh, love, yes. We
love.
Yeah, you're right. Rumbly.
Yeah, I'm hungry now.
They're kind of here.
Yep.
Do I need to get in the kitchen barefoot?
Barefoot and cooking.
Barefoot and cooking, yeah.
And we got chicken. I don't know what you want to do with it.
Rice.
Okay. You want to make a spicy chicken? Spicy chicken burritos?
Non-spicy chicken burritos?
Well, you use the Mexican-style seasonings, and you can use your mild banana peppers instead of usual, like... We don't make it spicy more, because we buy mild tomatoes, spicy tomatoes for you, and we don't buy jalapenos.
I'll do the spicy stuff, but take my portion out before I add anything to it.
At all?
Yeah, because I'm feeling like even chili peppers are gonna... I don't know, my guts are not happy right now.
Okay. So I can tell you right now, the first half of today's work on bonus comics is primarily going to be working on this stupid fucking background.
I'd like to see the Darkwing Duck pass, except that he hasn't been all that successful in being guard mage over the past few hundred shirts. But he can't really feed on anything else, though, right?
Not and be, nice about it.
Wait, what about the token?
Token?
The guy.
What guy?
The guy that's in there.
Did you just call the black character in my comic Token? Okay.
Hey, poor guy.
That's a conversation to have for a different day, apparently, Becky.
Yes.
Bad Becky.
Like this.
By calling him Token.
I think so. He said Token boy.
That's not a good thing, Becky.
Claypool. Is that his name?
What? Claypool.
Oh, well done, Lark.
His name is Claypool.
He's a better fan than I am. I don't know names.
Okay.
I mean, he's cool enough. He's a cool enough dude, but I know nothing of
I
him.
hope he is.
Like, what if his past? What has he done with his life? What made him join the ship?
Well, he didn't join the ship. He's been assigned to work with them right now,
yeah,
remember?
What made him join the thing that made him...
The Galactic Government?
Yeah. What has the Galactic Government ever done for him?
They gave him a job.
Oh. Yeah, that's kind of powerful.
That's a motivating factor right there, I'd say.
Clark says he's a bad person. Laughing himself sick. What a bad person. All the same. Yeah, you're in good company.
Terrible people, both of you.
Alright, dinner.
The Rumblies.
You'll have to check the cat chat consistently.
No, I don't want to have to do work. Becky, don't make me do work.
He did spend some time trying to figure out an appropriate name for him. He said, I don't think I've ever managed to reach the level of... Okay, I'm falling.
Okay, to be fair, we have in the past referred to some characters, not just the black characters, but some characters as token characters.
Well, when you watch horror movies so often, and there's such a pattern of it.
There is a pattern of, like, the token black guy in horror movies always dies. But there's other ones. Anytime they put any sort of racially diverse character in for the cast, it doesn't have to be like a black cast or a white cast. It can be a black cast. Blackula, I'm pretty certain, if I'm remembering correctly, has a token white character in it. More often than not, anytime there's a Jewy character added into something or other, I joke that's the token Jew. There's stuff like that. It's like any cast of characters will have something like that, so. You even get, like, other types of characters, like Saved by the Bell, that awful, awful show from the 80s. Screech was, in effect, the token nerd, so. The token nerdy character, and they use them in very token ways. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree, Lark. Claypool is, if anything, the token human. That is fair. He is definitely the token human character. But still, it's rough to call him token when he's the only black character in the comic. I feel kind of bad about that. On the flip side, I will not deny I added a character in who was black, because every other character in the comic, aside from Golem, was white bread as can be. Not feeling that. Let's try that again. Of course, part of the problem with that was just the fact that using Castlevania characters, all the villains have specific racial styles to them. I mean, Frankie is green, but the Frankenstein monster is usually viewed as a white character. Carmilla is white. Like, the only two black characters I had in the comic up until I added in Claypool were Shaft and Blackula, both of them were villains. So it did seem like having a non-villainous black character was probably a good thing to do. I try to put those considerations. It's just like trying to make sure I have more than just all men in the comic and having some female characters, and then honestly making the female characters by and large the most competent ones in the group. That's just, you know, a side factor of that. Damn, I'm not enjoying that. Oh wait. Don't like that. It's fine. You go away. Are you finally feeding the cats in there? Our whiny, annoying little kitties. This is very true, Lurk. All the characters in my comic should be a particular racial type just because of, you know, how they're written and where they descended from. Most of the characters are going to be Middle Eastern, so they should have a certain... If I'm going to be as racially accurate as possible, they should have some sort of Middle European, Eastern influence to them, so, you know, it is what it is. I'm doing this all wrong. Still, we're in the future. I can have racially diverse characters of different types, so we're going to. It's my prerogative. Well, I had someone in the comments at one point, like, on the site, being like, I don't need to worry about that, like, talking to me, like, saying that I didn't need to worry about things like that because it wasn't important, and that's not quite right. It is actually important to make sure I do keep an eye towards things like that. Making things gender and racially diverse, because it's important. You want representation. I know if I wasn't a white dude, I would be like, I want more representation in the media that I read. Maybe it's not 100% important, because the writing of the media is important, more important than some other stuff, but still, like, that's better looking. Like, you want to make sure that you get the representation you're looking for, and that as an author, I provide that representation to a certain extent. Or at least do a better job of it anyway. So I try. Thank you for cooking dinner, my love.
Like, don't thank me yet.
Just tweaking the transparency on this crystal ball. You get the way I want. That's not bad. Being aware of things like that is good, of the diversification and everything else. I know there's probably plenty of people that don't bother putting in that kind of effort. So, but, yeah. Okay, I think this is a good enough background to serve for the bonus comics I'm going to be doing. So we can start shading now. So let's start shading. What's up? I guess I should be glad that I haven't, like, done such a... Well, maybe I should be glad, maybe I shouldn't. Haven't gotten any MRA people, the men's rights people, being like, why are you putting so many females in your comic? I know, probably would enjoy being able to, like, go into a rant on that in, like, the comment posting area, but then I think it'd probably just be a giant pain in the ass to deal with. Also, seriously, I run a stupid Castlevania comic, who'd care that much? To all my fans who read my stupid Castlevania comic, thank you so very much. All, like, 5 of you. I appreciate it. Okay, seriously, Becky, we need 2 monitors for me. I need to create myself a 2-monitor setup so I can read text comments without having to click back and forth. What? What is your idea, Bulb, that you just had?
Oh, I just put my laptop closer to you.
Well, that'll work for now.
Yeah, for now.
Long term, I need my own, like, secondary monitor.
There, you can read that. Right, cool.
Kind of.
Kind of. You can always, you know, do the Control Plus and make the screen bigger.
Well, I appreciate your encouragement in that matter, Lurk. Because you are right. There's a lot of authors that don't think about it, about doing any kind of diversification with their characters, and they don't put in the effort. And it's kind of... It's a bias that you notice if you're looking for it, and you realize, well, this doesn't seem to make sense if you actually pay attention to how people operate and how, you know, how diverse the world just is in general. So, But it's the reason why, for instance, we have a female admiral, and why we have a black crew member, and why the next character that will join the comic, who I've hinted at already, will be another female character. Also, personally, I just, at times, find it easier to write female characters. I don't know. Maybe it's just that I'm paying more attention to how I write them, and, like, well, okay, I write my men to be stupid, because I think they're funny. I write very dumb male characters, Angel and Darkmoon, but it's like, when I write female characters, I tend to make them all heroic and shit, and I actually kind of enjoy that. So, I don't know if I'm doing a good job of writing from the female perspective, necessarily, but I am definitely enjoying writing them in general, so. Female Chinese. I don't know that I have an Asian character yet. Guess I probably should have an Asian character at some point. It's gonna be... well, since Nang isn't in here to be spoiled, and I don't think that she normally, watches the videos afterwards, I will go into spoilers now, to a certain extent. After this big game, quote-unquote, because you have to remember I break everything into games, so this is technically Game 5 for CVRPG that we're in right now, $24.99. The next one, which doesn't currently have a name, it might if I look at my notes, but right now it doesn't really have a name, for this discussion. The next game, Game 6, will come after a little interstitial episode like I usually do, a little interquill, call it what you will. Then Darkmoon is going to actually upgrade his ship for reasons that I won't go into right now, and he will be hiring an entire crew of people. And at that point, we'll get a whole shit ton of diversification going on. Chinese will probably be included, or some Asian type of some kind. No, I am dead serious. There will be all kinds of crew members of all kinds of ethnicities on the ship after Darkmoon hires out an entire crew. It's part of the reason why I'm spending so much time with these videos, doing work to get his new version of his artwork done, and making sure that his is good, because the uniform-ish that he wears is going to be, of course, because he's a vain and pompous idiot, is going to be the uniform that he has all of his crew members wearing. So I can just, you know, steal his sprite sheet, recolor some crap, and make a bunch of crew members by just adding on some heads and then, oh, okay, to a certain extent, adding on some tits for the women. So, there's me being diverse and gender aware and then calling them tits. Tits. Yeah, there'll be some lifeboats, there'll be a map, there's gonna be, like, a better engineering section, and, like, sensors and weapons. Although, it's entirely Darkmoon to go into space right now and not bother installing any of that equipment, I have to say. That's kind of the fun of it, is just the fact that he didn't think to do any of that, because it's him. Yeah. I will definitely have characters of differing heights as well. That's in the cards right now. Although now I want to steal from Discworld and do like he wrote for the dwarves and have the campaign for equal heights. That'd be great. So yeah, once I start actually drawing out that ship, which I'll probably do on this stream at some point, you guys will get to see the upgraded ship and everything that will go with it, and then at some point, eventually, in the story, you'll get an explanation for why he has an upgraded ship. I don't know when specifically that will happen, though. that's an eventual thing. Okay, time to shade this background. Time to fix this background. That's done. Okay, when I did the hallway for the main star base, I really went to town and overshaded it probably more than I needed to. So we're going to not do that this time. We're going to control the shading a bit better. Probably just do 2 levels of shading on this hallway just to make it look halfway okay, and then move on. That's actually him needing to upgrade his ship because of it getting his ass kicked in the current arc is not actually the way it's going to happen. They're the mid-quill that I'm not going to discuss too much right now. That's going to happen after this current game. That one is going to actually illustrate why his ship is getting upgraded and all the weird crap that's going on with it. There's actually a whole plot line that's part of the whole deal. So, once we get to that, it'll be a good time. And actually, that whole plot line is going to get told in a really interesting way. I am planning on doing... it may be how it should work for Darkman, but it's not what I have planned in mind. I have actually a whole story I'm going to tell, for those that might be aware. The old video game Xenophobe, which was a 3-player arcade game, where you went and fought very, like, Aliens, the movie style aliens, from a 2D side-scrolling perspective. It was a 3-section game. Each character got their own little area. So, like, for instance, we would say, let's split the comic into 3 panels. Darkman would be on top, Katrina would be in the middle, Golem would be on the bottom, for instance. The game would follow each of those characters as they went through the ship, exploring it and trying to find aliens to kill. And as the characters would come towards each other, you'd see one on the top screen, like Katrina would walk towards Darkmoon on the top screen, but it'd be from his perspective, and on the bottom, you'd see Katrina walking, and then Darkmoon would come into view as she came towards him. So the perspective was split, and I'm probably going to do the game just like that. 3 fixed panels, and the perspective will change between them for each one. So Darkmoon, as I said, Darkmoon would probably be in the, on top, Katrina would be in the middle, and then I'm assuming Golem would be the one on the bottom. Although it might be the new character I introduce, or Claypool, or Angel. And because I have 5 characters to balance instead of, or 6 characters to balance instead of the 3 from that game, I would probably actually end up having the perspective shift sometimes. Like one character would wander in, let's say Darkmoon would wander in, and then as Angel walks into frame, that section of the comic would switch to him, and then we'd follow Angel for a while on the top panel before flipping back to characters and so forth. It's an idea that I fell in love with, the storytelling perspective of it and how to do that. It's going to be difficult because I'm going to have to balance all the characters and make sure it all works, and that I don't end up like ignoring any one character for too long or letting the story get away from me, which, let's face it, the story will get away from me because that's how it is, and making sure that everyone gets balanced and the plot lines work. It'll be a lot, but I think it's going to be awesome. I'm intrigued with it, so I want to do it. Yes, musical characters, that is exactly what's going to happen. Follow one to another, and just bounce back and forth. And of course, I'm sure, depending upon the plot line, I'll let someone get captured and ignored or some shit. It's just how it works. So I can let other characters have their time in the sun. It will be interesting to do this one because, I mean, CBRPG falls into a pattern, just so I don't get bored, where I like to switch back and forth between plot lines. Let everyone have different things going on, and yeah. With this one having to have fixed characters to follow for a while, Something like that, maybe, Lark. Just have the character follow around and so forth. We'll see. I mean, obviously, like it's gonna be interesting to see it all play out and how it works, because like this is all like gonna be a new storytelling style, and I haven't even gotten into it yet, so we'll see how it works. But right now, just the planning of it and all that just intrigues me a lot. So yeah, I'm thinking about calling that particular arc xenophobic, just as a nod to the original game. And then in the end, that plotline will tie specifically into how Darkmoon's ship gets upgraded and blah blah blah, so good times. Okay. Too quiet. Next song. Smelling good in there, babe. Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't really be drawing 3 separate backgrounds for the comic. I mean, I have everything planned out. It's part of the reason why I planned out the ship the way I did and drew it, although I'll probably end up going back in and redrawing some stuff, because I really like the way the current spaceport stuff that we've been doing on Ceres looks. That flat perspective, like straight at the background, instead of the angled perspective I drew the ship from. It's part of the reason why I'm just going to redesign the ship anyway. So I'll probably end up drawing new hallways in that look like the old ship, but are in the more current style that I'm drawing stuff in. Everything's a work in progress with this comic. But yeah, we'll, once the stuff is planned out, I don't really have to redraw backgrounds. I just move them around and tinker with them. Works better that way. Yeah. I can make it work. Or maybe I can still reuse the stuff I drew at the very start. Never know. No, I probably won't. As I think back and forth. The whole plot line is going to preclude that now that I think about it. It's a strange plot line, and I don't want to spoil things too much. But needless to say, it's one of the many times where it's going to end up being, like, I love fucking with my characters. So, I'll end up fucking with my characters. Like, creating strange scenarios and weird things that shouldn't occur, but do. Yeah. It's something I live for. I love doing that to my characters. It's a good time. What's up? Oh yeah, I ate all my wraps. You can just make crunchy tacos. That was better to eat them up so they didn't go bad. Although this background is taking longer than I necessarily expected to do for this, I am gonna at least draw one comic in this stream before I finish for the night, just because I promised I would show you guys my whole, process with this. So right now you're seeing me doing my drawing process, and then we're gonna actually get into comic creation before I finish out for the night. No worries there. Okay, everything except for the oven is shaded. Just need to shade this bad boy, and then we're good to go, I think. And again, very simplistic shading for this. I didn't want to spend too long on this short series. And while I've been known to spend an ungodly amount of time shading stuff and detailing and doing crap that then, is completely buried by the comic itself, I'm not going to do that this time. That's for the best. I mean, seriously, I spent, I don't know how many hours drawing that stupid ship that Darkman's flying around in, and we've seen it, we've barely seen any of it, and yeah. Yeah, that was a great use of my time there. This oven's big enough, I probably need to do a third level of shading on it right over here. Now, let's actually do it let's do it like this. Bless you.
Thank you.
That was good enough. What? Okay. My text chat has gone quiet, so I will just keep doing my thing here and getting this shaded out. Oh, you're all good, Lurk. Don't worry about it. Okay. Slugging away here. Doing my thing. Yes. Yeah, that's good. That's what I want. There we go. Okay, background's good enough. So, let's plot this bad boy out. Oh, first things first, let's grab a Katrina. There's a Katrina. Let's go look at that little workshop and see how big it is in comparison to her, and we need to make this bigger. Ah. Grab all of you, and upwards. That's good, and a little further. And a little bigger, still. Like so. Yeah, that'll work. I think that'll work nicely. Okay, so then let's just make the artboard bigger just in case. Not that it really matters for this, because I don't tend to print this crap, but could if I want. And that's all that matters. Okay, so background created, background saved. I can close the skeleton, I don't need you open right now. And let's get to work. We'll copy this background, come over to here, go to my first blank panel that I have set up, paste you on in. So, she's working away at her thing. Add a mask to hide the stuff I don't want to have show up. Masked. Good to go. Okay, so our background is dropped in there. Such as it is. It's very simple. It's fine. And note, I put all that effort in for stuff and barely any of it's showing up. Because that's how that works. So there's Katrina. She's working away, doing her thing. Summoning magic, summoning magic. Let's duplicate that panel. Control A, drag down. Second panel. Change the Katrina. Oh, yeah, no. You are correct, Lurk. Much of this whole panel is going to, or much of the background I drew, and that's the reason why I drew it this way, much of the background I drew is going to show up in the comic shortly. I just needed to get it all mapped out and put part of it in there. So then that shows up, and Katrina sits there. We'll drop it. Duplicate panel again. Control A, Shift, and move. Drop Yon down, right there. And Katrina looks disappointed. Perfect. That's what I need. Okay. Next thing we gotta do is shade in some shadows. Shadows are kind of easy. I just duplicate the character, shrink it up by half-ish, absorb whatever the stupid frame, get out of the way. Go away. Absorb the background color. And then I just take the background color and go down closely into the blacks of it. That being technical there. Shift it down to 40%. Object transform, reflect. Flip it vertically. Although technically, Illustrator says flip it along the horizontal. Pop the character in front, and voila, we have a shadow. And let's do the same for... Let me do the same on the top one. I can just steal the shadow for two of them. Even though her arms are in different positions, it won't actually be seen in the shadow itself with how little the shadow shows up. So then, plunk on in, pull Katrina up to the front, and since I have a frame here already, I can steal her shadow, yes? Yes. Perfect. Shadow color stolen, and shift it down to 40%. And voila, second shadow. And then we'll just copy, paste, because I am nothing if not a sprite artist, and that's how sprite artists work. Copy, paste, copy, paste. And voila, our comic itself is mapped out. Pretty decent. Now let's add on some text. Oh, that was one thing I was going to do. Add a little flare to the background here. That's a technical term. Flare. Very technical. There you go. She's casting a spell. Let's absorb that color right there. No. Go away, flaring. Absorb that. No. What the shit? There we go. Thank you. That was annoying. Take it down to 40. Yes. And maybe brighten up the color a little more. Pop. There we go. Okay. Actually, while we're at it, since she's got blue light that she's casting, let's make the shadow more bluish. Cool. That'll work. Okay, now I have some spell effects that I've made. Grab you here. No, no, no. There we go. Go to panel 1. I tend to lock and unlock my panels as I go so I don't screw up stuff on one panel I'm supposed to be working with. And this is one of those instances where I just want to make sure. So Katrina's summoning something between her hands. Voila, and then... Which spell effect do I want to steal? I think I'll steal from here, because it works... The explanation of it works well with the Shadow Clone. Get rid of the black there. Like that. Okay with that. Maybe increase the size of it a little. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, I think I like that. Pre-made spell effects. Very handy. Okay, we come over here, and that's good. I don't need anything else on that panel. So now we come in here and we write in some text. And don't know if you guys are going to be able to see all this, but right now she's just mumbling. Literally saying mumble mumble. I have an action set up to change the text to the type of text that I usually use. Mumble, mumble. Channel the energy. Focus. Focus. Draw it in. And Dark Vortex. There we go. That's spell she'll cast. Huh. I expected a larger reaction than that. Okay. And then, from off panel, maybe you should have used a stronger catalyst. Could be. Wait, what? Okay. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going for, Lark. Boomf. Nothing fails. Although, that's what's going to get revealed in the next comic. Okay, so, although it doesn't actually matter for what I do, because everything's going to get grouped on my speech bubbles, I group all the text together just in case I need to quickly pop it forward for some reason. Because Illustrator does everything kind of onion skin. It's got layers, and then it's got sub-layer kind of grouped objects within. Everything in Illustrator is layers upon layers, even more so than Photoshop is. Thank you. Okay. And I apologize to everyone on the stream, because they're about to get me crunching tacos in their ear. But it's taco time, and I want me some tacos.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Crunchy tacos? That's a hygiene problem. That's gross, Becky. Yeah. That's gross. Yeah. Let's see, where could you go? Lair. Let's watch library. User defined. CVRP. Oh. I'm staring right at and not seeing it. I'm done. Area.
This is very much the right of Ashkenite?
He's talking about the spell from Discworld that raises death. Or summons death. The Rite of Ashkent.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually referenced that back in Game 4, I think, when Katrina and Darkman tried to figure out what the fuck was going on with Alec, and they summoned death to get his information. Yeah, the Rite of Ashkent. Literally used that term.
Nice.
Because my comic owes everything to Discworld. Because Discworld is awesome.
So yeah, I forgot to mix in the rice when I said, oh shoot.
You missed a vital step for the...
Cat, get down. There you go.
Yeah, the spicy Mexican rice and chicken does require not only chicken, but also rice.
But I spiced yours up quite
nice. So I'm assuming the less of stuff in the pan is the spicy version?
Yep.
So you're either going to be eating that or not tomorrow, is what you're saying.
I'm not touching that.
Did you make it spicy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you need lunch for tomorrow anyway? Or no?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
I have lunch for tomorrow. Look at that. So right now I'm laying down all the speech bubble blocks. Speech bubble blocks first. We'll get to actually putting in speech lines in a second. Everything's a process. See? Pop the text forward even though I don't normally need to. It worked out well in this case because whoa, that was too far. Whoa! Because usually I remember to make my speech bubbles a group as I go along, and I totally forgot to this time. My bad.
Wow, Ramesses, you're kind of cheap.
He didn't leave you much of anything?
15 silver digits.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I'm becoming quite the fish snob.
You have.
Oh.
My god.
Starter catalyst for the spicy rice and drink. Yeah. Well, I've been having some digestional issues where I
Digestional is not a word.
It's totally a word. Yeah. GI issues.
Yeah.
Whatever. Where spice doesn't really handle all that well with me, so I'm gonna go on my little bland diet. Might can't handle bland.
No, I need spice. Okay, so now that I have all the speech bubbles drawn in, I'm gonna Pathfinder add, and what this will do is, since they're a group, and I click into them, when I add my lines on, which I have pre-made lines, that look like this, because I use the Pathfinder add option, it actually makes everything look like it's a merged group, and there's no weird stroke lines overlaying each other. So, because normally in Illustrator everything has its own stroke line, you have to account for it. With the grouping here, I don't have to. The downside of Pathfinder grouping is that if you have a lot of different objects with different stroke colors and sizes and blah blah blah, it normalizes everything to the stroke color, background color, stroke size, all that of the topmost layer. Topmost part of the layer. So, yeah. You have to be careful when you're doing this kind of thing, that you are doing with all the same stuff that needs to look the same way. There's a lot of good Pathfinder tools that I use. Add and subtract and knockbout and whatever. It allows me to create some really interesting shapes on the fly and mask some stuff around when need be. It's very handy. And I realize I'm going pretty quick, but I've gotten very used to this at this point, so I know my process now. It's like when I was doing the Photoshop stuff for the longest time with my comic. I could kick those out real quick. I'm slowly getting to that now. So long as I don't have to draw anything for the comic, I can craft one of these out pretty quickly now. Usually I have to draw stuff for it, so my process takes longer. But still, it's nice. I am a sprite artist through and through. Because damn if it isn't consistent and convenient. Some of these bubbles are not big enough. It's very annoying. My text is not going to breathe the way I like. I have to fix some of them. Those look okay. Let's do that one, a bigger one there. This one should be a little larger, I think. A little extra space. There we go. And one comic. Done.
Yay!
So then we will save this as 93. Oh, I need to actually pop the frame up one layer because I have an off-screen text bubble that needs to go over top. Or go underneath. There we go. And change the number. Click, click, click. 2593. Oh, already did all that. Nice. When I set up my template. Huzzah! And action, save comic. And voila! That's one comic down. Makes my life real easy. And that was what, like 15 minutes to lay out that whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, very handy. Okay. I'm actually kind of glad I got to it before the stream was over, so I didn't have to stay on extra late. I would have. Totally still I would have. But still.
Oh.
So, what's Lord saying?
Oh, you're talking about my intestines.
Oh. You guys are using my text chat to talk about your intestines.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Come on, Taco. Stop falling over so I can eat you. Well, 15 minutes to go. May as well do another comic. I worked for 2 hours, so.
Yeah, you got a buffer to, you know.
Oh, I'm way past my buffer at this point.
Oh, good.
My buffer's all set to roll now. I can't show you here because I'd have to require logging in and I'm revealing to everyone my login information. But yeah, I got a buffer.
Cool.
Tried and true. Okay, so. Oh, it's playing the Bubble Dragon song.
Yes! Do you know this song, Luke?
This is a song from Overclock Remix. I'd have her hold her staff like she usually does in this pose, but her staff's over there in the corner, so that's not going to work. Yeah, I keep bouncing more. Go over here. Thank you. Okay, so for the shadow clone, what I do, I want the coloring for her coloring to sit exactly over top of Katrina. Illustrator doesn't really have, that I've discovered, have an easy way for doing that. So instead what I do is I duplicate the sprite, layer it right over top of the other one, and I group the two of them together. Then I come into the group, kick the opacity down to 40%, and get rid of the stroke color. Actually make her the speech color that I normally color her, and that's what's at 40%. So that's a 40% duplicate transparency of her over top. When I bounce back to the top area, grab her group, and set it to 75%, so she's vaguely purpley colored and a little transparent. So that's the shadow clone right there.
A direct clone from Katrina. Yeah.
What?
A clone from Katrina. Just
Yeah.
artistically and whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Katrina clone is made by cloning Katrina. Literally. Uh-huh. I agree with you. Okay, now they both need shadows. Now, I used to actually be very specific about making sure I reuse the same exact shadow color from comic to comic. But I discovered once you drop the transparency down 40% and get rid of the strokes and drop the thing down to 40%, it's really difficult to tell the difference between slightly similar colors at that frequency, so I just don't pay attention anymore because it's not all that necessary. That's gonna look... Whoa. With you. There you go, thank you. That doesn't look dark enough or light enough. The shadow clone casts a shadow, but not as much as the real people because she's half transparent. So, got them laid out. Oh no. Duplicate. Select all. Drag your ass down here. I'm just working away, making the next frame of the Katrina clone. Here we go. Come on. Out of there. That look right? It does. Perfect. And then I just need shadow on this Katrina. And since her feet are in a good enough position for me to just steal this shadow and not have to put in too much effort, I won't. Less effort done, the better. Huzzah!
No, yeah.
There we go. There we go. And then we go and layer on the text. Who are you? Oh, and then we make the text actually match the text style I'm doing. There we go. I would think that would be obvious. You look like me, but you can't be me. Oh. Can't I? What are you? Some kind of demon? It helps if I spell some properly. Did I accidentally summon a fairy? Or a djinn? Ooh, djinn, there's a word. Djinn, D-G-I-N-N. Djinn. Genie. Who knows? Maybe you summoned a fairy. Nope. Fairy djinn. Okay, I need to figure out which spelling of fairy I want to use. Fairy. Let's go with the E spelling. I like that better. Ooh. You are tied to my energy, like a magical shadow. A shadow clone. Oh, although I wrote as a shadow climb, so clone. There we go. Boom! Got it in one. And it only took you 10 minutes and a spell. It's plainly obvious why you are the leader of the magical community in this region. Is that sarcasm?
No.
Oh, wait. Hey, that one didn't even need a spell. So the Katrina clone is both a clone of Katrina and kind of a dick. So that, you know, that just stands to reason, of course.
As opposed to the Richter clone who
Actually turned out to be a good person. Well, that's because the Richter clone was supposed to be an evil version of Richter. Which, you know, you can only go so far before you loop back around.
Yeah. That's true.
Lurk, are you still talking about your intestines?
No. He just likes the sarcastic shit. How is Cappers? I'll take that as good.
Taco's good.
Are they spicy?
Decently.
Oh, okay. Duly
Could be
noted.
spicier, but...
We can make them spicier next time, as long as I fish my stuff out first. Mine are deliciously bland.
Ew.
I kind of fancy them like that.
Ew.
Like, I can taste the white rice.
White rice doesn't have much of a flavor.
Oh, that is where you are wrong, my friend. Oh, I find white rice delicious. Oh my gosh, the server's so... What?
What?
Well... He's backing up a server, and it's taking forever.
Okay.
And it's 3 AM. And he has work tomorrow. Or today, rather. Yeah, white rice is pretty bland, but...
Is this a work server or a home server that he's having to back up?
I'm guessing home server.
Well, that would be the question. If it's a work server, I would go in late the next day being like, I was working all last night for you guys. Fuck you. I can't see what he's saying. You have to read.
Oh, copying the last 200 gigs across a 100 meg link.
That didn't really answer my question, though.
Oh, probably has to catch up.
Also, you just said it crossed.
I did? Oh,
Yeah. As I pick on you for it. Because I'm a nice person.
No, I need to break that habit.
I know. But I still like picking on you for it, too.
It annoys the hell out of me when other people do it, because I think I don't do it, but apparently I do.
And then every once in a while you do. Yeah.
Oh, it's all at home.
That sucks.
Ollie's moving across to LA. Did I say it right, though, then? Across?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're actually moving to the States, dude?
You're moving? You're coming stateside? Oh, like Jibs are being shitty about letting him talk because no one else is typing. Yeah, he's moving to LA.
Awesome!
Ah, sweet. We'll have to party. Is LA anywhere near Disneyland?
Yes, but no.
Oh, okay.
What you're thinking is if we go for that Disneyland trip at some point we can go visit Lurk?
Yeah, we can have a coffee.
A coffee?
Coffee.
I'm sure we could probably work something out if we were going to California.
He's like, just as soon as his boss gets his shit organized. Any day now, honest.
Get your shit together, boss man. That comes from me. I'm kind of an authority here in the States.
Yeah. Stateside.
People listen to my opinion. It's important.
It'll help me practice flying on planes without being deathly afraid.
That'd be good.
Hey, it if you ever have a layover in Indianapolis, you know.
Well, and I mean,
know who to
if
call.
he's stateside, he could come visit once in a while without it being as big a hassle.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he's in the country.
Yeah, it's still a little expensive, but sometimes they have pretty nice deals from California to here.
Yeah, they have good deals on tickets all over the place. Just gotta plan it out right.
Mm. He says 2 months after they say go, more or less. And yeah, YouTube being silent in me again. I just type nonsensical things.
Eh.
That'll solve everything.
So YouTube is silencing him?
Well, I guess if one person comments too much,
Yeah.
it wanks at them.
Weird.
Yeah.
Which is dumb, because we're trying to have a conversation here.
Yeah, and what happens if there's only one person on your channel, huh? Oh.
I'm a sad and pathetic person, apparently.
Oh. It just takes a certain palate, is all.
Apparently they expect people to be more popular than I am.
Silly YouTube.
I know. Popularity, that's not gonna happen.
Oh! What doesn't drive yet?
Okay. That'll be a fun experience for you.
As well.
Oops. I may have screwed something up.
Oh, okay. YouTube stops him from sending anything for 30 seconds at a time. That's lame. Write in
That is lame.
paragraphs. Oh man, this dinner's so good.
It is. I just need to finish doing this comic so I can actually eat it.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll also watch the last episode, True Detective, while we're at it, because
Ooh.
I'm almost done with the season.
Yeah.
So I'll have to produce some DSWCs tonight before I go to bed.
Mm.
So you can see how it looks with all the weird speech lines and shit all over the place. I do effect, Pathfinder, add, boom. Gets rid of all the lines and makes the speech bubbles look nice and clean. Dun dun dun. Oh, I kind of forgot to do a couple lines properly, my bad. We'll just drag that line over. Illustrator's such a great program. Shrink, expand, move crap around, everything's little vector pieces and nothing's like squished down, so you don't ever have to worry about accidentally fucking something up. Love that. So Adobe makes this fantastic program and I use it to make a shitty sprite comic. Ha 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 ha! Page 2. Action! Save comic!
Oh, Lord likes how the clone and the original are both using almost the same color of speech bubbles.
They are using the same color speech bubble.
Oh, he said if not identical, so yeah.
Yeah, they are identical speech bubbles because she is part of Katrina. I thought about making it transparent a little for her speech bubbles, like I do with the slimes.
Mm-hmm.
The slimes have a greenish, fully green speech bubbles and a slight transparency because the slimes are slightly transparent. But I didn't do that because I wanted it to be obvious that she's part of Katrina and not a separate entity. Mm-hmm. Probably once she actually chooses her own name and becomes a more individualized person, then I will actually start transparenting her speech bubbles to differentiate the two. Yeah. We're not there yet.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. We are not there yet. Okay, I am done. I'm 5 minutes over, I'm calling it. Aha! So, anyway, that was fun. Thanks to Lurk in the text chat.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks to my wife hanging out in the voice chat.
You're damn welcome.
Hey, thanks to Lurk for helping us get the microphone set up better so people can hear me properly.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo! That's been, oh my god, that's been
been
a thing.
thing for a while now. start of the new year, new voice chat working properly. Yay! Thanks to all my watchers who eventually come around and see it at some point. This has been Drawing Comics for CVRPG with Mike Nicholstein, whatever I want to call it. Music provided by various companies, including Square and Capcom and Nintendo and whoever else it was that I got soundtracks from. And then, of course, Jake Kaufman, the creator of many great musical tunes, and Overclock Remix. All characters used within this video are property of me, Mike Finkelstein. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys again next week. No, actually, not next week. I'm out for 2 weeks because I'm taking a vacation, but we'll see you after that. Until then, later on.
He's like, he probably